hoje eles falam que eles falam que זה טיפול שאמרנו כבר כמה פעמים, שציץ זה כמעט 613, למה? כי צד עברית זה 100, צד עוד צד עברית זה עוד 100 זה 200. טוב, זה 400, זה 6. לא, השמונה חוטים, בחמש קשרים, זה 613, זה כולל את כל המוסר. ניתן לי לא? וזה רואה זה הסברנו להפסיס, זה כל העם. אתה רואה משהו, אתה נצטר במשהו, אתה עושה. יגיעו, חייבים לסבור שזינו הקומפון במיצוס. לא, סיגר את ההצעה לטובה, אנחנו שמירה, במיצוס. שבינו בו לשם, זה 2. וציז מיעוטיים, ויש ציצז על הבגדים שלהם, כמה זה עכשיו? 6. כך אומר רש"י, נשאר בציציות. לא, אנחנו למדנו שזה לא אומר מצליח, אנחנו יכולים לשמוע את זה, אנחנו למדנו שזה מצליח. הוא יסובר אותנו. המציאות של המצווה מסובר אותנו 4. ומציאות את הצטעים, אז זה 7. ועליהם אומר דובי 7 ויום להרתיחו. לכן דובי אמר 7 יום להרתיחו. אז יש לי סגירה פה. שוב, אנחנו ובוא עצמו לדובו. אומר, אוי שאין לדובו ולא ימצלו. מה אני עושה? מי שאומר, אין לי כאן איתי, אין לי כלום, אין לי כלום. וכאילו שנזכר במילה שבמסור רואי, הצלחתי די טוב. הוא אמר, יש לו מערכת שומעת לו, הוא לא חליט. ולחיצות מגזר שלהם. למה לא צהור עולה על שינו? שנאמר, אני מצליח על השמימיס, הנה מצא שמימיס. מיתנו על המידו, שמיתנו לשמימיס, לא השמימיס, והדבר מידו לו, שמוכר, אני חייב השמימיס. ובלד מילה דבר בכל ששוקו, למה ואחד המשול לא עושה מהר לו, בואי נאמר לך שצריך לדבר, בואי נאמר לך שצריך לא, אני חושב שבכלל לא עושים מהר, אדום, צהוב, לפני תחקר לא שמינה, שנייה, והיה, אני אומר לך מה, מציע לפי תחומים. אוי, טוב, נכנסתי לך בנים האלה, וסעתי לתוך החלוקה השנייה, אולי, משם, זה להראות אותם, אני רוצה לומר לך, נאמר, סבא ספגנו, סימן שליטה שסעתי, הוא בעצם השמיים, אתה זה הספגנו בשב על העשה. נכון, נפסיק, מה נמצא בביסביסר? תמי, בואו נדבר על זה, בואו נדבר על זה שלא, יש מוסיף את זה. לכן, תדברו קצת על הסין לשיר האחר, בבית העיקר, לפני של הסין, אז מי שלא מקפיד על חוקים לבנים, בואו נשאר יותר גבר. בואו נשאר מה דבר, לא, בואו נשאר, לא נשאר, הנה, רגע, אני חייב להראות שזה, זה העניין על הפירקות, ואני חושב שחלש
I tweeted him very special. I'm actually working there. Yeah. His Twitter name is Ido. Yeah, I changed it since then because you made fun of him.
So I got name on the Twitter. It's not like
What's your new Twitter name? Arsenal is my dog. That's my dog's name. Is Arsenal. Why'd you name your dog Arsenal? I'll be the one taking it then.
I'll just slow down that video.
I know, I didn't say it. He's a serial rapist. Oh, that's a great joke. Because he goes, he has all these sweaters, so I call him Pat. He has all these sweaters. I call him Cosby because he's a serial rapist. Or I call him Arson because I stole it from a firehouse. That one wasn't good. He's a Dalmatian. Yeah. Really? That's what kind of dog is it? That's what he called him. You nailed it. First, I got your Dalmatian reference. Spotty, but I say I'll take any sound I can get from this shit audience. Reaching for everyone miles and so forth. Fine, so much fun. So nice to meet you. Congratulations. Arson is my dog. Arson is my dog. Guys, is everybody, would anybody here tonight like to make history? Everyone? How would you guys like that? Oh, yeah, I would love to. Yeah, Doug, I'm so happy that you're here because you're one of our most used regulars ever. And Sarah, it's so fitting. It's so fitting that you're here because we've always had two amazing female stand-up comedians and then only two regulars on the show, and they were a brand new 60 seconds. Every single week since the show started. They're the only two people out of everybody, including the people in the fucking that literally get on the show every single week, write a new minute, perform a new minute, and make a new minute. Well, this is the final show, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, in a stunning turn of events. They've been diagnosed with deadly mesothelioma. Yes, it's true. And their make-a-wish is to do one last spot here on the show where they always do 1 minute. But I brought them up so many times, and they do the same boring intro every week. And I thought to myself, why not have someone special bring them up? Why not have someone fun bring them up? Maybe the voice of the UFC. And one of the coolest human beings in the world. Chris Buffett, ladies and gentlemen. Live in the flesh. Ladies and gentlemen, Comedy Store in Los Angeles, California. And this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Introducing first, Billy, from the Panhandle of Florida, a Cal Tony creation, with their first time ever on stage being here 2 years ago. She has written and performed a 1 minute every week since. Presenting the Florida Tropical Kimberly.
So I went to the gynecologist Friday, which is fun. I had an annual. Those are already on board. And I'm sitting at the table. My legs are in the stirrups. Scooting my butt to the front already. And she's about to dive in. I don't know. And my phone rings. And I pick up the phone and I'm like, hey mom, let me call you back. She's like, cool. And the doctor was like, oh, perfect timing. And I said, yeah, it's kind of like she knows someone's about to go in my vagina. And the doctor laughed too, and I'm a comedian, that made me feel nice. But it was awkward because I felt her laugh on my pussy. And I was like, yeah, that's funny, right? She was like, no, it's just your pubic hairs, they tickle my nose. That's it, thank you.
Exactly 1 minute. As always, the machine. Kim Condon. You just said now. I was just going to say something else. I said meow. Yeah, she just got right to the yeah, what I love is that yeah, it's amazing because both her and the other regulars, their life is always like new. She's exactly what minute it is. Another funny one. It's amazing.
No, not really. But I did go to the gynecologist on Friday. My mother did call. I did meet Pedro. And she was close enough. I didn't feel it, but she was close enough where I was like, ooh, I almost felt her laugh.
since he's in
And
the
I was
team,
like, that's my
and she
even.
Right. Reagan said you should add cubes to that joke and take it to a whole nother level. So, Doug, you watched Kim grow over 2 years. You've been here so many times.
Custom tit tees. I support top freedom and gender equality, and I feel like women should be able to be topless at the beach like men, and we shouldn't be sexualized for it.
Obviously, guys clapping for that, but that's cool. And so your shirts are, it's a shirt with tits on it. So
Just how they would look under your shirt. Yeah. And you can send your own picture of your own tits and have them customized onto the shirt. Yeah.
that's fantastic.
Thank you.
You can check out her tits on that website right now.
They are the model.
Color or black and white. Kim's areolas.
Okie dokie. And that's the part where I feel like sometimes I just wait to see if Ryan's going to ever stop. And sometimes I just have to jump in and make the good old decision.
Everybody stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. Stop what you're doing. The man, the myth, the legend that is Riser is officially 8 hours, 8 minutes early. How are you, big dog?
Yo, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm not only kicking ass, but I am additionally taking names. Every day's a holiday. Every meal's a feast. How are things in your neck of the woods, son?
Just Andy. I was looking at documentaries just now, and there's some cool ones. One of them is 3 hours long, but it's on making Blade Runner, which I don't know if you've seen Blade Runner. You probably have. Dope movie. Another one is like a Keanu Reeves, like exploring the differences between like digital versus analog film. And then one of them was a guy from Iran who like got arrested and then like was recording it all and made like some movie about his getting, what was it? Wait, it's like around, it's called This Is Not a Film, which is an interesting title, but he documents his house arrest in Iran and then smuggles the film out of the country in a cake. And then there's one called, I'm sure you know Stanley Kubrick, but there's one called Room 237.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
What?
That's a really good one. I've seen that.
Have you seen Room 237?
We're done.
Have you seen Stanley Kubrick's Boxes?
Please enlighten me on that.
John Ronson digs through 1,000 plus boxes of meticulous research that Kubrick left behind in his estate.
No, I haven't seen that one. Mark Ronson, the guy who's like a singer with like Bruno Mars.
John Ronson.
Oh, John Ronson. Not Ron Johnson. Mark Ronson is the guy's name. Okay.
Have you heard of the animation called Psychopaths?
Everybody's heard of that. I'm the king of it. Please enlighten me.
It's about in the future how the like governments, they basically have this it is like partially a weapon and partially like partially a non-lethal weapon, but it can also go lethal. But it's almost like Well, they'll just like psychically using this like gun, like be able to detect whether or not you're going to be a criminal or like, and so they're like capturing people who are prone to being criminals by using this piece of technology. And then, but it was kind of quirky. I only watched like one episode, and like at one point they were gonna kill someone, and then she did something like a little more slightly human, and then like the gun like reevaluated, and like okay, just stun her and paralyze her and take her into rehabilitation.
Okay. So that's the those are the options.
No, that was not a documentary. That was just some animation. So, like, it's not the drops. But tonight we're watching the making of Tron.
Oh, tight. Have you seen Tron?
I haven't seen the original.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll start the stream if you're ready.
Oh, you're not going to ask how the podcast went? Okay, I see how it is.
What podcast? You already told me about the podcast.
No, I was on a different one today.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Was it like 5 hours long?
No, it's 20 minutes long. It's part 4 of 5. It was on Escaping Earth, and not just Escaping Earth, but like terraforming Mars primarily, and like how to travel very vast distances quickly using like ion engines and warp drives and nuclear power, solar sails. Of course, I went into Element 115 because that's my jam and gravity. It was good. He was like 2.5 hours late though, so that threw me off because I'm prepared to do it at 3 o'clock, and then I get an email saying like, "Hey, apologies, they had bad weather in Australia or something," he said, and he wasn't able to do it when we wanted to do it. So I did it, but I was thrown off because I was really ready and prepared, and then we didn't do it then. So then there's the last one next week, and I enjoy speaking with him, but I'm okay with not having like my Monday kind of like locked in for that, because we did 2 podcasts before this that weren't ever aired. He just wanted to get to know me and make sure I'm a good guest for his podcast. So it's been,
How popular is
there's like 8,000 YouTube followers, and he does a radio show where he has like millions of listeners. So it's,
is that what the fuck? He actually has a radio show?
yeah, he does a radio show in Melbourne, and he's in Brisbane, and he's a really nice guy. So we've done 4 of them that have aired. Or, well, to this one didn't air yet, but like 4 of them that are ready for air. 3 of them are published, and then the last one comes next month or on Monday. But it's funny, he forwarded me an email. Somebody was listening to our podcast, and they were like really interested in what we were talking about with like energy, and I just thought it was cool that we had people listening, and that was neat. So it went well, and I got one of my DeviantArt accounts banned. This is such a fucking stupid thing. I can tell this is a canned message, but I just like this hurts my feelings. What they said. So I'm gonna read it to you in just a second, and then we'll do our thing. They said, "Come on, you little." They said, "Your account has been suspended. Your account has been suspended for personal attacks against another deviant, which is in violation of DeviantArt's terms of service and etiquette policy. The following note was provided regarding your suspension. Spam. I didn't make any a personal attack against anybody. I didn't. I wouldn't do that. That's not how I roll. Anyone who knows how I am on the internet, I'm very neutral. I don't threaten people. I don't do that.
Anti-ad hominem.
Anti-ad hominem. That's exactly right. But they just have this canned message that says that you're attacking. You personally attacked somebody. I didn't. I don't communicate with anybody on there. So I just thought that's like, get your shit together. Don't make your canned message like a lie, and not just a lie, but like hurtful. Like that, I would want to hurt somebody. I don't want to personally attack somebody. That's not cool in my book.
I was saying that you're spamming.
That's not a personal attack. How is spamming a personal attack?
No, I'm not saying that. I agree that part is like just a lie, but
it is.
The spam part is like probably what they're trying to say you did.
Well, here's the thing about that. They allow like 2 gigabytes of storage, and I used it, or like I didn't even use like 1/10 of it. I used like not a lot of it, and I didn't contact anybody. It's people looking at my profile who consider it spam, but every picture is different. So how is that spam? I'm just using their. It's not like I filled up the account and created another one. I filled up the account and created another one. I filled up the account and created another one. The worst thing that they can say is that I used tags that weren't exactly relevant, but they were pretty relevant. They were portraits and they were celebrities. It's basically, in my opinion, the pictures were like totally stolen from some other people, allegedly. And I just put my own watermark on them. But that's still not spam. I don't know what necessarily spam is. To me, spam is just advertising without permission. And I don't know. I mean, they can ban me all they want. That's fine. So then I made a bot to put descriptions on like 20,000 Instagram hours that I have, or like 25,000 Instagram hours, some huge amounts of hours that I have on Instagram. None of it was tagged up. So I did it in every single language, which is like, it's like 250 languages, which took me like a week to do. Then I built another bot, and this bot is making a blog for me. So I have my real blog, my Medium.blog, my Medium blog. That's like my real one. That's where my real shit, like my heart is in a lot of those subjects. But then I want to create a bot that just takes like one subject, like diamond trees, which are like a futuristic kind of subject. I take the diamond tree idea and I create a 4,000 character or like 2,000 word essay. I take that and then I created a robot that is going to translate that blog into every single language. And I'm going to do that for like Dyson spheres and space elevators and ion drives and warp drives and telepathy, like everything. So I'm going to
Do
have
they have sign language as a language?
no, because people can read sign language, or people who are deaf can read. Generally,
Yeah, but sign language is still a language.
okay. So is HTML, and so is Ruby, but they don't have that.
Well, those are like programming languages, not dialect language.
Well, arguably they are communicative character sets, so just like sign language. I mean, they don't have Morse. They don't have Morse code either. You think
So
somebody?
no one speaks HTML to each other. I mean, we could.
Okay, so you're saying, yeah, but you can read. Nobody signs stuff on the computer because it can be written and read.
Yeah, but what if you wanted to translate it visually?
I'm sure there are other translators for that. This is for written stuff.
Okay.
I get what you're saying. That's actually a really good idea. Basically, text to sign, like
The top plan or whatever, just to like scrape data and stuff. You can just do that for free. I just like I forget the magical term or whatever, but you can just use a program that will just go through your news feed and then filter it by certain posts, and then like say you want to post like within the last 1 hour and has like whatever, like the person has like 10,000 followers or something. And then it'll find those posts and then it'll generate a reply in the style of like whoever you want's voice, like Orville Redenbacher's voice, and then generates the tweet or whatever, and then brings it up to a dashboard, and then you can like edit or approve those tweets and then post them. And I think technically, because there is like an annual review, Twitter says you can't automate posts, but if you're manually just using AI to create the posts and then manually reviewing them, and it's not completely automated, arguably. And I think that if you had like a good enough like personality, like the AI replies where it wasn't so clearly AI and it was trained on like either your personality or someone else's personality, and you're not like spamming like every 5 minutes or every minute on an hour, just spaced out kind of randomly. I think you could build one that would be like almost undetectable in a way.
Okay. So this is an idea that you have?
I've already done it. I've made a bot that was doing it, and it was successfully posting on Twitter, and then X sent me a message and was like, we don't like what you're doing. And I was like, shit. And then I think that it was just too obvious, like that what I was tweeting was created by AI, because it's always in like the same style of writing every single time, and it was just too clear that it was AI. But I think if you were more subtle to the point where you could not differentiate whether the post was written by AI or not, then I think you can get away with it.
Okay.
And of course, you're not paying Twitter their stupidly high prices to access their API.
Okay, so what's that thing? There's a setting that says in the Twitter that this is a automated account.
Yeah, but I think if you, I didn't check that because an automated account is posting like automatically zero review. And since you're reviewing all the tweets and editing them in a dashboard, it's basically like a tool. You're using AI as a tool to generate those tweets, so it's still up to you to manually process and post them. So you could, I mean, I was just like saying like, yeah, it's not automated, because in my opinion, it's not automated. Because there's human input.
Okay, I mean, at least can't we agree that it's partially automated?
Yeah, but I think if you look at the Twitter, the way that they word it on Twitter, it's like an automated account. It is like no human like involvement.
And I find like, what did Twitter say to you? Like, how did they word their email that it wasn't just you've been suspended?
It might have been, yeah, I think it got suspended, and I deleted all the tweets, and I appealed it. I got unsuspended.
How can you delete? How can you delete all the tweets? Once you're suspended, you can't delete the tweets. Ah, a positive dot.
Like banned from Twitter. It's just like I was like restricted in some way.
Okay, that's different. That's different. An account restriction is different. Then you could delete the tweets. But if they suspended you, then you can't. All right. So, the first part of that, let me just make sure I understand this correctly. You created a bot that would parse through people's tweets, and then you could make it in whatever voice you wanted, or it could parse through anything. And then you could make it in like Orville Redenbacher's voice and have it post as him, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like if you wanted to use like go on the Academy stuff, I mean, you could pick you could train it or whatever, but I was just using Gemini, and then I was like, I would copy the tweet. I was like, they would find an eligible tweet, I would copy that tweet into Gemini. It would say it to Gemini, giving me the response and the file, or like whoever. And then with like a little bit of the prompt, and then it'll output back to the tweet in that person's style voice, or whatever personality you want, and paste it in.
Okay. And were you getting any interaction with these tweets?
I didn't have like a ton of tweets, but I feel like I got like 15 of them. I don't know if I noticed too much growth and activity, but I feel like it would work if you're generating like valuable, like if you generate a valuable response, and especially like a timely manner, like the red is still early, then I think it would be good lead to growth.
Okay, and so, what was the theme of your bot?
Well, I was trying to promote the crypto project.
Which one?
I was using the greatest crypto of all time.
Oh, okay. So that was back a while ago, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then did you do this recently, or this was a while ago? Okay.